ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Pepsi Stadium here on the campus of North Greenville University, where Christ makes the difference. For today's regular season matchup between the Flying Fleet of Erskine College and your North Greenville Crusaders. And now for the starting lineups. First, for the visiting Flying Fleet. At attack, number 2, Allison Crocker. At midi, number 3, Alana Carvalho. At attack, number 5, Lucy Jeffs. At attack, number 6, Jessica Douglas. At defense, number 10, Brianna Hamlin. At defense, number 12, Marley Linus. At defense, number 15, Emily Peak. At goal, number 17, Hannah Phillips. At defense, number 20, Mercedes Myers. At midi, number 21, Raven Smith. And at midi, number 27, Scout Black. The Flying Fleet are coached by Scott Gilleroth, assisted by Jenny Overstreet and Jason Honey. And now, the starting lineup for your North Greenville Crusaders. In goal, number 2, Sydney Taylor. At attack, number 5, Sarah Smith. At defense, number 6, Rebecca Bagwell. At defense, number 7, Hannah Hawkins. At defense, number 8, Candace Pettit. At midfield, number 10, Emily Colson. At midfield, number 11, Monica Caldwell. At defense, number 13, Elizabeth Gary. At attack, number 15, Taylor Kennington. At attack, number 18, Taylor Haynes. At midfield, number 24, Natalie Dufresne. At defense, number 29, Samantha Poppleton. Your Crusaders are coached by Brianna Temples, assisted by Lindsay Schneider. At this time, we ask that you please rise for the invocation and remain standing as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, God, thank you for this day. Thank you for the many blessings you provide for us each and every day. I pray that you keep both teams safe out there on the field, free from injury, and let them play for your glory. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Welcome everyone to Pepsi Stadium across Highway 414 here in Tigerville, South Carolina. We get ready to see North Greenville take on Erskine College. The Flying Fleet out of Due West, South Carolina have made the trip up to take on North Greenville as we step into Conference Carolinas action. Grace Sutherland, Dave Parsons set to bring you this Friday night matchup of these two conference foes. North Greenville coming in 2-3 after picking up a couple of wins on this young season after getting through the tough part of the schedule early on, taking on nationally ranked Mount Olive and Limestone. Now North Greenville out for some wins, and they're starting to pick up the pace. Erskine having a tough time out of the gate. The Flying Fleet have scored only 12 goals through 3 games, also facing some tough competition early in the season. They come into this game 0-3, 0-1 in conference play with a loss in their last game, the converse. North Greenville playing the likes of Brevard and St. Andrews early in the season. A loss that came up just short to Brevard, and then getting a win against the Knights of St. Andrews. Participated part of that earlier part of the schedule. As North Greenville takes the field, starting, of course, for North Greenville, number 5, Sarah Smith. Picked up a hat trick early in the game against St. Andrews. Also, Monica Colwell chipping in a lot of the scoring. Defensively, have to take a look at a sophomore from Rock Hill, South Carolina, number 29, Samantha Poppleton is very good in her area. And then the freshman, Sydney Taylor, number 2, the goalkeeper out of Fountain Inn for North Greenville, stellar in the net. We'll meet up at midfield, and we're underway. Ball bounces into the defensive half for Erskine, and North Greenville looks to start quick with number 7, Hannah Hawkins, already racing into the box. She'll step in, fire a shot, and 11 seconds in, we have a goal. Well, Dave, that didn't take much time to get going for North Greenville.
They're looking really good tonight. Offense was immediately across into the attack zone, and a good goal. She just went right down the center. Looked like no defense at all.
So Hannah Hawkins picks up the first goal tonight for North Greenville. Clock officially stops with 29:47 left to play, 13 seconds into the game. So at midfield, official backs out, ball popped up and still loose. Now Erskine comes up with the loose ball. Now they're streaking down the far side of the field, looking to answer the early goal. North Greenville retreats into their defensive formation. Number 3, Alana Carvalho, has it for the Fleet. Now flips a pass to Emily Peak. Peak looking to try and take it down the middle, nothing home, gives it back to the far side. Now pass to Scout Black, number 27. Black forced back outside the box. North Greenville with 3 defenders, not giving Black much of an option on where to go. Black now brings the ball to the far side, flips a pass forward. Now Black gets it back, and that's actually Carvalho. Now Carvalho loses it, and it's picked up by number 11. That's Colwell for North Greenville. Colwell loses the ball, flips a pass forward just before she loses it to Hawkins. And now here comes down the middle of the field, number 15, Taylor Kennington. Flips a pass back to the far side. And now that's Sarah Smith flipping it underneath. Shot bouncing around and cleared out by the Fleet. And we have a foul before the Fleet are able to clear it. If it's against the Fleet, this is going to put North Greenville in prime scoring position. Hawkins setting up right in the middle of the box. It looks like it is going to be on the Fleet. They got a foul on the trying to clear the ball. Now here comes, that's Hawkins heading into the box. North Greenville's on the far side with Sarah Smith. She's in control. They swing it around back behind the goal. Smith has Colwell back there. And here comes Colwell moving inside. Forced back out, gets it to Smith. Now Smith trying to spin around, loses the ball. Erskine can't pick the ground ball up, and Smith bobbles it out of bounds. And that'll be a turnover to North Greenville as Smith couldn't bring the ball back in. Now the Fleet, trapped back behind their own goal, will look to move it forward. Here's a flip to the keeper, and she'll heave it downfield. Erskine getting it across midfield. And now trying to get to North Greenville box. Ball knocked out of the Erskine player's net. And number 2 for Erskine, that is Allison Crocker, lucky to pick up that ground ball. Now the Fleet trying to move inside. A stutter step by Carvalho as she's forced back out by Caldwell. Flip a pass here to the far side for Scout Black. Black trying to split the defense. She loses it, and it's picked up by North Greenville on defense. This one trying to get clear, and it looks like North Greenville's going to be able to do it with Elizabeth Carey. Carey crosses midfield. Down the near side she goes. Plenty of space to work with, cradling down the near side, heading into the corner. Now she looks to go behind the Erskine goal net. She gives it to Kennington. Now Kennington will give it to Sarah Smith. Smith on the near side part of the goal, gives it to Caldwell, who's behind the goal. Caldwell across the net, trying to hook up with somebody. Here comes a shot. It bounces off the keeper, and it's picked up by number 7. That's Hawkins. She gets it back to Sarah Smith. Now here comes Smith, a move inside. Shot, miss, wide right from Emily Colson. Goes out of bounds. Closest player to it is for North Greenville. It's Hawkins. She flings it into play. Now the ball, as the pass sails high over North Greenville, it's picked up by Erskine, and now the Fleet, after giving up the early goal, looking a little bit better as they get it to Scout Black. She'll cross midfield, head down the near side. North Greenville trying to catch up with her. Only 3 defenders in the box for NGU as Black pulls up into the corner. Now 3 defenders on her for NGU. Gets a pass to number 3. That's Carvalho. Carvalho hooks up with a teammate who gets boxed out quick. Here comes a shot inside. Loose ball, scrambled for it in front of Sydney Taylor, and Taylor actually comes up with it. Taylor heaves it deep, clears it for North Greenville. Ground ball picked up by number 15, Kennington, wins the battle for it. She gets it to Sarah Smith in space. Here comes Sarah working into the box. She's boxed out by defenders, trying to get around 2 of them. Smith works out of the corner, gets around 1 defender, flips a pass to number 11, that's Caldwell. Caldwell to number 24, Natalie Dufresne. Dufresne works down the middle, forced back out, gives it to Kennington. Kennington heads back around the goal. Now in a motion from the near side, they try to work it into the middle, nothing doing, but Caldwell comes up to bail out the wayward pass, but she doesn't have a shot. Loses the ball in front of 2 defenders, gets it back. Caldwell flips a pass forward, gets it to Kennington. Now Kennington has help, gets it to Sarah Smith. Also has number 18, that's Taylor Hames. Now Hames has it. Hames gets it back to Kennington. Well, they're working on the far side. Back underneath. Here's Hames, has a shot, and it's in. Second goal of the game comes with 23 minutes left to play in the first half.
Goal number 18, Taylor Hames, assistant.
Looked like the defense had all moved to the right side of the field on that play before the shot was taken, and just opened it all up to the left side. When the ball got over there, nothing but net.
It was a great move by Kennington who faked the move over to the far side by trying to go back behind the goal, came back to the near side and found Hames in the middle of the net. She put it in. Our third face-off of the game at midfield. Looks like Erskine's going to come out of the scrap with it. Attacker gets tripped, and Caldwell comes up with the ball after she rips it away from the attacker for Erskine. And now they work it down quickly. Here's Sarah Smith, has a shot up high, and it's in.
Sarah Smith, assistant number 7, Hannah Hawkins.
Sarah Smith nets the third goal of the game for NGU.
Great stick check set that up. It looked like they only had 2 defenders back. Everybody was headed to the other end of the field.
Caldwell with a defensive mind to rip the ball away and get it forward to Sarah Smith, who did the rest. She was assisted by number 7, Hannah Hawkins. So Hawkins and Smith able to do the rest. It's 3-0 North Greenville over Erskine, 22:39 left to play in the first half. Face off at midfield, picked up by Erskine. Number 3, Carvalho, heads down the far side. Quickly boxed out, gets it to number 15, Emily Peak. Peak over to the near side, Black. Out to the corner, number 21, Raven Smith. And Erskine calling for a timeout, and they will be awarded a timeout with 22:11 left to play. North Greenville leading early 3-0. Goals courtesy of Hannah Hawkins. Sarah Smith has gotten 2 of those for North Greenville. We'll take a timeout with them as the Fleet used one of their 2 timeouts for the game here on the North Greenville Sports Network. We'll come out of the timeout, 22:11 left to play. North Greenville leading Erskine 3-0 early on in this match. Conference Carolina's foes facing off. We'll start on the right-hand side of the field. The Flying Fleet with the ball. And we're back underway. Raven Smith with the ball for the Flying Fleet to start coming out of the timeout. Smith flips it. Hooks up with Carvalho. Carvalho gets it to another teammate. Working our way through the defenders, loses the ball, picks it back up, loses it again, Now there's a scramble for the ground ball, and it's Crocker who comes out of the scrap with it. She's stripped of it, and it's Caldwell who comes racing out of the pile with it. Into space at midfield is Hawkins. Down the far side, flips a pass. Sarah Smith coming up the near side. They'll hook it up to Smith. Sarah flips it back. And a shot taken. And a foul called as number 18, Taylor Hames, who just scored the second goal of the game. Tried to work down the far side. It looks like they will call Hames for a foul. So Hames called for a dangerous propellant foul, trying to take that shot. So she will sit for 2 minutes. North Greenville will have to play a man down. They're not giving up, though. It's Hawkins still scrapping for it on the far side edge of the box. Her and Kennington going at it with 2 Erskine defenders with them. Hawkins gets it, drives inside, and will fire a shot. Anything good.
A lot of hustle on that play to be down 1 and still get the goal. That's something you just can't draw up on a drawing board.
They bogged at least 3 or 4 Erskine defenders down in the corner of the box. And Hawkins finally won the battle, drove in, and fired a shot. It's 4-0 NGU. And if you can tell, the wind has certainly picked up, blowing out of the west, northwest. Hard to believe. Yesterday it was actually snowing. Four nothing. Face off of midfield. Ball goes straight up in the air, swatted back into the North Greenville defensive half. And number 24, Dufresne, comes out of the pile with it for NGU. Gets it forward to Hawkins. In space again. Hawkins to the middle of the field for Kennington. Kennington at the edge of the box to Sarah Smith. Smith fires it, deflected away by the keeper for Erskine. That was Hannah Phillips. Sends it out of bounds, and looks like North Greenville will retain possession of it. Here's Hawkins. Flips it to the edge of the box for Dufresne. And fired a long shot, had it intercepted for a moment. Now the ball pops straight up in the air again. And one official saying North Greenville ball, it will be. It'll be Smith to send it into play. Sarah Smith brings it close to the near side. Has help. It's to number 10, Emily Colson. Colson works the left side edge of the box. Fires it back to Sarah Smith. Smith works inside, around in front of the goal, fires it over the crossbar. It's no good, but Kennington was closest to it for NGU. So she'll go into the soccer goal to retrieve the ball. So here comes Kennington as the penalty against Hames is almost up. 10 more seconds and North Greenville will be back at full strength. Sarah Smith behind the goal, gets it to Colwell. Colwell inside, up over the crossbar again. And who was closest to it? Smith running after it for NGU. So 2 shots have gone over the crossbar, the goal for NGU. Lady Crusaders still with possession. Sarah Smith and Dufresne over here on the near side as Hames comes running back into play, receives the pass from Smith at the edge of the box, brings it back to the middle of the field, now heading to the far side, flips it over there to Hawkins. And now Hawkins will bring it back to the middle of the field, trying to find a way inside, steps inside, fires a shot up over Colwell, or Kennington, excuse me. And that's a turnover against NGU. Erskine gets it back. Flying Fleet down 4-0, 18:36 left to play in the first half. So the keeper flips the pass. Phillips gets it to Mercedes Myers. Myers across the midfield stride, trying to hook up with Peak. Ball comes loose, ground ball, scramble for it. Another foul called against North Greenville. Stops play for a moment, gives the Fleet. The Fleet will get to keep the ball. Number 12, Marley Linus. Now here comes a shot, popped straight up in the air, and another great save by Sydney Taylor for NGU. Now Hawkins in space again down the far side. And mistimed a pass to a wide open Hames. And now North Greenville able to rip it away. That's Kennington, who came racing down the field, and in the face of overwhelming odds, whips the ball away. Now she has Sarah Smith with her. Smith gets the pass from Kennington. And Smith stops on the near side with two defenders guarding her, looking for help in the middle of the field. Gets it back out to Emily Colson. Colson with some room, works inside, forced back out, gets it to Smith. Smith has Colwell working behind the net. Trying to bring an attacker down the middle lane toward the net. Smith hangs on to the ball. Now here's a pass to Colwell. And one of the officials blows a whistle, and we have a foul being called in against number 3 for the Fleet, Alana Carvalho. Nobody coming to sit out for a penalty. Carvalho stays in. We start back up play. Colwell works at the edge of the box after she gets a pass from Smith, flips it inside, ground ball picked up, shot taken, and it trickles in. Good from number 24, Natalie Dufresne. Lost the ball right in front of the goal, and Dufresne came in, picked it up, got the shot in good.
Looks like we have a few fans over there on the other side of the field today. Most of them look like they're coming down from Erskine, but we appreciate them being with us tonight. It's a little bit cool with that wind blowing, but they seem to be good and warm, wrapped up very nicely.
Now, as soon as the weather figures out what it wants to do, might start filling out the stands here at Pepsi Stadium. So Dufresne picks up the 5th goal of the game, and North Greenville already looking for more. Here comes Colwell racing into the box. Forced to go around the net. Pulls up behind the net, fires a pass, picks up Kennington. And Kennington draws a foul against the Fleet. So we'll start with her right in the middle of the box. Kennington flies in, fires a shot, good. And Taylor Kennington makes it 6-0 for North Greenville, 15:59 left in the first half.
She had that penalty shot on that foul that was called. The defenders had to give her free rein until she could move in or take that shot. She took full advantage of that one.
So we'll head back to midfield for the face-off. Monica Colwell lines up for NGU. Official backs out. Ball flipped in the defensive half for Erskine, and the Flying Fleet able to pick it off and head back the other way. Here comes Carvalho, heading right down the middle of the field. Hasn't stopped yet, works her way into the box, and will head around back behind the goal. Taylor follows her, and now Crocker gets the pass to the middle of the field. Ball knocked away by an NGU defender, and on the fast break attempt, foul called. And it's against the Fleet. So play stop. North Greenville gets to keep it. Colwell fires it down the field to Hawkins. Now Erskine having to play catch up as Kennington has it in the middle of the field, nobody around her. 4 defenders back for Erskine. Here comes a pass. And a shot taken and fired in by Taylor Hames.
Number 18, Taylor Haynes.
And it's Hames works her way behind the defense again. 7-0 North Greenville, and that's 2 for Hames so far.
North Greenville seems to be really on their game tonight, taking advantage of this weak defense. Seems like they are just on the same page all across the field.
And that really appears to be the case tonight, as Erskine has been able to get down the field, and they have taken shots, but they haven't been able to get it past Sydney Taylor so far tonight. Face off at midfield. The Fleet once again come away with the ball and the initial momentum. In the middle of the field, Carvalho looking for help. Flips it to the near side to number 12 for the Fleet. That's Linus. Nowhere to go for her. Gets it back to Carvalho. And now Carvalho boxed out quickly. Hangs on to the ball. Stutter steps and tries to take it down the middle. Boxed out again. Does a great job of hanging on to it and gets a pass to Raven Smith. Now Smith forced back out. Gets it to Linus. Now Linus gets past 2 defenders. Can't get past the third one though. Has Caldwell guarding her. Caldwell comes up. And a foul called against NGU as Colson came up as well. They stop play, the Fleet with a pass to the near side edge of the box. And number 21, Raven Smith. Smith flips it back, mistimes a pass looking for Carvalho. Carvalho retreats back to it, lucky to get the ground ball back for the Flying Fleet. Carvalho finds a teammate. She'll work her way in the middle, take a check from behind, and a whistle blown. Another foul against NGU, stops play for a moment. Erskine with some space at the edge of the box. Ball comes out, another whistle. And NGU stopped again. Scout Black with the ball for the Fleet. A little bit closer to the goal now. At the whistle, moves in, fires a shot, and Taylor makes the save. Now North Greenville with some space. Here's Kennington, works it down the field. Hawkins picks it up. Now Hawkins at the edge of the box. Works her way inside, fires a shot wide left, no good. Crocker goes after it for the Fleet and will pick up the ground ball. But here comes Poppleton up to try and scoop it up for NGU. Ball comes out. As Poppleton fights for it, it's picked up by Kennington for NGU. And Kennington takes a check, gathers it back, gets it to Sarah Smith, and now North Greenville will have a scoring opportunity with less than 13 minutes to play in the first half. Smith gives it to Poppleton. Now back outside to number 18. That's Hames. Hames gives it back to Kennington. Kennington heads to the far side of the field. Now tries to work it inside. Here comes a shot and a wide open net. Goal good for North Greenville. And number 5, Sarah Smith.
Sarah Smith. Assistant 15, Taylor Kennington.
And Erskine just lost Sarah Smith in the shuffle, and you can't do that. She is a very strong scorer for North Greenville. Proved it there as she nets the 8th goal of the game for NGU. 12-17 left to play in the first half. We'll face off again at midfield. Official backs out. Loose ball. Still loose. And picked up by the Fleet once again. Now Fleet will try to work it down the field with number 12, Linus. At the edge of the box, 3 defenders around Linus. She gets around 2 of them, bumps into a wall now. A minor foul will stop play for a moment against the Lady Crusaders. And now Linus will almost have a one-on-one situation with Taylor. Whistle blows, here comes Linus. Zigzagging away inside, fires a shot. Taylor again with the save. Now North Greenville with some room down the far side. Erskine able to catch up this time. Now inside to Kennington. Kennington inside the head, inside the box, takes a check from behind, gets a ball back, flips it past to Sarah Smith. Now here comes Caldwell, deflected away wide right of the goal, out of bounds. Kennington closest to it for NGU. So Kennington will fling it into play, gets Caldwell. Caldwell works her way inside, fires a shot, bounced around loose, and a save made by Hannah Phillips for Erskine. Now the Fleet down the far side with Crocker. Crocker crosses midfield, flips it forward to Linus. Now Linus shifts to the middle of the field, loses the ball from a check from Caldwell. And Linus retreats to gather it back. Now gets it to Scout Black. Black with some room down the near side. Forced back out. Now here come the Fleet again. Works their way into the box. It's box for Carvalho. She has nowhere to go. Heads back behind the goal to see if she can find anything to work with back there. Nothing doing. North Greenville guarding Erskine well. Now Carvalho heads around to the far side. Pulls up short. Still looking for any kind of help over Caldwell. Carvalho gets a pass back, trying to work it outside the box. Here comes Carvalho inside. Fires it, bounces off Taylor. And one North Greenville player takes a shot. Foul called in against the Fleet. I believe that was Poppleton trying to defend and scoop up the loose ball for NGU. She gets up okay, and we'll head back the other way. Ball will roll to midfield where Sarah Smith picks it up. And now Smith with space. Forward to Hawkins. Hawkins with one defender, slings it in and good.
Goal by number 7, Hannah Hawkins.
Hawkins with another goal will make it 9-0 with almost 9 minutes left to play in the first half.
Crusaders seem to have a fast break mentality tonight. Everything they've gotten on the loose ball, they get it down the field really quick. And I don't think the defense has been ready for that all night.
Now North Greenville at midfield for number 8, Candace Pettit. She'll go up against number 12 for the Fleet, Marley Linus. Official backs out, ball pops straight up, and this time it's won by North Greenville and Emily Colson. We'll head down the near side with Kennington back to the midfield, and Smith gets tripped up. Foul called in against the Fleet. And now this will line Sarah Smith up for another scoring opportunity at the edge of the box. Smith races in, fires a pass to the far side, now to Hawkins. It's deflected around the goal. Hawkins outraces the goalkeeper, gets it to Smith. Smith takes a check, loses the ball, and the whistles will stop play again. And waiting to see who they give the ball to. It will stay with NGU, so foul against Erskine. Actually, no, they do give it to the Fleet. And now the Fleet will try to work their way downfield. They have room to. Here come the Fleet with number 6. That's Jessica Douglas. Now they work their way backwards. Here comes Carvalho up. Loose ball, shit comes out of her net. Ground ball picked up by Caldwell. Caldwell slings it forward, trying to find Hames. This time pass to her. It's Hawkins who does pick it up for NGU. Gets it back to Hames, goes over her net. Ball still pops, still loose. Nobody able to secure it yet. And it looks like North Greenville will get it. At the edge of the box, that looks like Dufresne. Races in, takes a check. The ball scampers out to the left side edge of the box. Smith goes to get it, gets it back to Dufresne. North Greenville now with Kennington. The far side. No room underneath for Hames. Hames outmaneuvers one defender. Still nothing doing. Can't work her way down the middle of the field. Gets it back to Dufresne. And Dufresne. Ball comes out of her net twice. And now gets it to Kennington. Kennington heads to the far side. Hawkins underneath. Mistimed the pass, and it's picked up by the keeper, Phillips. And now Phillips under duress from Smith. And now Phillips will finally clear it for the Fleet as Poppleton gives chase for NGU. Ball still loose right in midfield. It's Crocker who does pick it up for the Fleet. And now they'll work their way down the far side of the field. Here comes Carvalho trying to catch some defenders out of place. And now here's Carvalho. Around one defender, that's Caldwell. Gets it to Black. Now Black trying to work her way inside the box. Pushed back out. Still looking for help. Tries to take it herself again. Ball knocked loose. Play stopped and a foul called against North Greenville. So it'll be Black at the edge of the box for the Fleet with 6 minutes left to play. North Greenville up 9-0. Here's Black, fires a shot. And it goes out of bounds. But before it did, another foul called in against North Greenville, so Black inches a little bit closer. We start play. Here comes Scout Black, fires a shot, and Taylor again makes the save. Now trying to work it down the field. Hames can't secure it for North Greenville, but it's picked up instead by North Greenville still. Now they work it to Kennington. She drives inside, pass to Smith, and good for a goal. Hard to keep up with that, but Sarah Smith again open on the near side post. Gets the goal for North Greenville. That will make it 10-0. And that will be another hat trick for Smith. That's her third goal of the game. So midfield for the face-off. Pettit again. And Linus for Erskine. The official moves out. Ground ball picked up by Pettit. Over to the far side. North Greenville works down the field. Hawkins gets the pass back. Slings it underneath and just over the head of Sarah Smith. And it goes out of bounds and ball for the Fleet. And Mercedes Myers goes back to put it into play for the Fleet. Now Carvalho will bring it to midfield, flip a pass forward to Raven Smith. Now Smith outmaneuvers Caldwell, but Caldwell checks her and knocks the ball loose. And now there's a scramble for it. And Emily Peak comes out of the pile with it for Erskine. Caldwell again boxes out Peak. And now here comes Carvalho right down the middle, fires a shot, and Erskine scores. First goal of the game for the Fleet, 13th of the season with 3:39 left to play in the first half.
Goal.
North Greenville had a little breakdown on defense on that play. It seemed like some of the people didn't know where they were going to be going. The Crusaders have been good on defense up till that play right there.
Carvalho, after she got the pass from Peak, turned on the Jets and outran everybody down the middle of the field. Now with the score 10-1. Battle at midfield won by Pettit and NGU. To Hawkins. Now down the far side. Back to the middle of the field, and a shot just over the head of Kennington. North Greenville again closest to the ball. As Hames searches for it and will send it back into play. Call a turnover against NGU actually, so Erskine gets it back. Phillips looking to clear. Phillips sends it deep and deflected by Hawkins. And now Hawkins goes after it for NGU. She can't get it. Two players go down. And another foul against NGU will make sure the ball stays with Erskine. Crocker will have it for the Fleet as we resume play. She'll get it to Peak. Peak goes to Carvalho. Back to the middle of the field with Peak again, and now Carvalho flips it forward, works her way into the box, and the ball knocked off the net of Taylor. Now there's a scramble for it. Two players again go down, and Pettit can't get it for NGU. And Caldwell finally secures it for the Lady Crusaders. Gets out of the trap on the near side, forward to Sarah Smith, and now Kennington. Kennington heads to the far side, works her way into the box, heads back behind the goal, has Hames and Smith there to help her out. She'll get it to Hames. Hames back behind the goal as we move to the final minute of the first half. North Greenville leading 10-1. Here's Smith on the near side for NGU. Backing up, flips it to Hames. Hames tries to fire a shot and gets fouled, it looks like. So Hames will line it up for NGU. Gets it back to Sarah Smith. Final minute of the first half. North Greenville up over Erskine 10-1. Smith holding fire right now, gives it to Hames. Caldwell comes up to support on the near side. They try to get it inside to Hawkins. It's picked off by Erskine. And now the Fleet racing down the middle of the field. They get it forward to Peak. Peak to number 21, that's Raven Smith. Raven Smith has the ball knocked out from behind. Ground ball still loose, and it's picked up by Poppleton. She gets it to Caldwell, 16 seconds left. Caldwell across midfield for NGU. Racing toward the box, 10 seconds. Caldwell, stutter step, spins around, drives in, and a whistle blown with 6.8 seconds left in the first half. Foul against the Fleet will give North Greenville at least one more scoring opportunity before the end of the half. It's Caldwell at the edge of the box with the ball for NGU. Here comes Caldwell, fires a shot, and it rolls in.
Goal by number 11, Monica Caldwell.
And that will take us to the end of the first half. Monica Caldwell scores late to make it 11-1 at the end of the first half. And so we'll step away for our halftime break with North Greenville up over Erskine at the end of 11-1 here on the North Greenville Sports Network. Back here for the second half of this women's lacrosse matchup between North Greenville and Erskine. North Greenville using a big first half to get an 11-1 lead. And at the second half, start of the second half on the ensuing face-off, looks like had an early jump, so Erskine will get the face-off. The Flying Fleet now going from right to left. North Greenville the other direction. So Flying Fleet had the left-hand goal. North Greenville with the right-hand goal. North Greenville will go from left to right. The Flying Fleet trying to start off the second half on a good note. And as at the start of the second half, looking at some scoring, Sarah Smith and Hannah Hawkins for North Greenville each have a hat trick, each with 3 goals. Monica Caldwell also has 1, Taylor Kennington has 1, and Taylor Hames has 2. And for the Flying Fleet, the lone goal scored by Elena Carvalho. And now they're looking for a second one, and they'll get it. With number 12, Marley Linus. That is Erskine's 7th shot of the game and their second goal.
Looks like they came out of their halftime with determination on their faces, because they took that right down, and she went right into the crease and just put it right in the net. No hesitation.
So now the score 11-2. North Greenville is winning a turnover battle, 6 to Erskine's 10, and they'll win this face-off. Hawkins already with 3 goals, flips a pass to the middle of the field for Hames, who has 2. Hames to the far side. Looks up with Sarah Smith. Smith heads back behind the goal. Flips a pass over there, back to Kennington. Actually, that is Colson, Emily Colson. And now back to Smith. Smith, the middle of the field. Shot sails over the head of who they were trying to work down the middle of the field. And it's picked up by Erskine. Erskine with renewed energy coming out of halftime. Sling a pass down the middle of the field. And now here's Peak. Gets it to number 12, that's Linus. Linus goes to Carvalho. Carvalho back underneath, mistimes the pass, looking for Linus. It's picked, loose ball is picked up by Poppleton. She'll get it forward to Kennington. Now Kennington looks for number 1 for NGU, and that's Brittany Battisti. And Battisti loses it. Whistle blown as Carvalho ripped the ball away, tried to race down the field. Now here come the Fleet down the field. Scout Black on the near side, picks up the ground ball and gets fouled from behind by Dufresne. Here comes Black to the middle of the field. Forced back out by Caldwell. Now Black trying to race inside, gets around Caldwell, heads to the far side, flips the pass over there to Crocker. Crocker flips it back to number 21, Raven Smith. Smith for Erskine, trapped on the far side edge of the box, gets it to Carvalho. Carvalho outmaneuvers 2 defenders, drives inside, runs into a wall, now squeezes inside, fires it wide left. And out of bounds, Erskine closest to it. So the Flying Fleet retain possession. Inbound pass to Crocker. Now to Carvalho. Carvalho works her way around, gets it to number 12, Linus. Linus boxed back out. Ball comes loose, And a foul against NGU. Restart. There's the pass to Carvalho. And now Sydney Taylor with a great save after the shot was starting to drop, and now Taylor will clear it. Sarah Smith tiptoes the far sideline, flips it forward. And lots of whistles over on the far side as Smith got tangled up with the defender. And it looks like Emily Peak is heading to the sideline for Erskine.
Penalty on Erskine, number 15. It'll be a 2-minute.
A 2-minute penalty against the Flying Fleet. Peak heads to the box, so now Erskine will be a man down. Smith cradles the ball down the near side, works her way inside the box. Now pull up short just behind the goal. Smith gets it to Hames. Hames looking for help. Has Colson on the near side, goes back to the far side for Smith. And Battisti over there as well. Nowhere to go for Smith. She gets it back to Hames, back behind the goal. Now they mistime a shot looking for Kennington. North Greenville trying to track it down. And they are not able to. The Fleet get it. Now they'll work down the far side of the field as Mercedes Myers picks up the loose ball. Now here comes Carvalho into the middle of the field. North Greenville will set up in their defensive formation. Crocker over on the far side edge of the box. Everybody trying to box out Carvalho for the moment. She'll get a pass back to Myers. Now here she comes. She runs into a wall, and a foul called against NGU trying to knock the ball loose. Penalty almost up against Emily Peak for the Fleet. 26 more seconds. And Taylor with another good save after the shot. Sails it deep to Hawkins. Hawkins with help on the far side. Kennington can't bring the pass in. Goes after the ground ball. And it's picked up by the Flying Fleet instead. And Erskine back at full strength. Here comes Peak racing back onto the field. And a mistimed pass for the Fleet, intended for Raven Smith. Instead, ground ball picked up by NGU and Colwell. Now they'll work their way back down the field. Hames heads back behind the goal. Kennington on the near side gets it to Hames. Behind the goal to the far side. And Smith now back out to Dufresne. Dufresne to Hawkins. And now over to the near side for Kennington again. Now back behind the goal with Hames. Hames heading over to the far side. Now she'll pull back and head this way. This time's a pass. That one was deflected. It goes out of bounds off of Erskine. North Greenville closest to it, so Lady Crusaders hang on to it. And now pass to Hawkins, and that one's in. I don't know, hold the phone. Officials coming in to have a conference about this one. And a yellow card comes out. And here comes Hawkins to the penalty box here on the near side. So they wave the goal off. The score remains 11-2. And Hawkins takes a penalty.
I believe on that play somebody had pushed the goaltender out of the crease, and it left a wide open net, and I think that's what they were looking at when they huddled.
So Phillips will go for the clear for Erskine. She'll send it deep. And Poppleton picks up the ground ball in front of Crocker. So North Greenville a man down. They've scored once before. They'll look to do it again. Here's Caldwell and takes a check from behind. And now Erskine might have to send a player to the penalty box. Yellow card comes out against the Fleet. And Emily Peak once again heading back to the near sideline. So now both teams a man down. Two-minute penalty against Peak again. We'll resume play. Here comes Caldwell. Down the middle of the field for NGU. Nowhere to go, heads to the far side. Sarah Smith coming up in support over on the near side. Caldwell still has the ball. Now she'll try to take it down the middle of the field. Another whistle. They pull Scout Black out. And Caldwell outside the box will start play back up for NGU. We'll restart play. Here comes Caldwell. Drives inside the box, now forced back out, gets a pass to Poppleton, and it goes in. We'll see how they score that one if they give it to Caldwell. Or Poppleton, they actually give it to number 13, Elizabeth Carey. I didn't even see Carey in all that mess.
Looked to me like possibly she tipped it in on the shot. It was actually a pass, and she just caught it on the side of the stick, and it just dribbled right in.
Yep. Any way you can do it, I suppose. That makes it a 10-goal lead again for North Greenville. Penalty running out against Hannah Hawkins. Still a little less than a minute against Peak. Now they readjust Hawkins' penalty, 25 seconds for her, 40 seconds for Peak, until both teams can be at full strength again with 20.5 minutes left to play in the second half. 12-2, North Greenville up. And since North Greenville is up 10 goals, what I'm being told is as the lead remains 10, it'll be a running clock for the rest of the game. So the clock runs under 20 minutes left to play in the second half. North Greenville trying to snag a conference win over the Flying Fleet of Erskine College. Kennington right now has the ball for NGU, flips it to Caldwell. Here comes Caldwell with some space, races in, fires a shot, skips off the goalkeeper and out of play. Sarah Smith closest to it for NGU. Both teams now at full strength. No more penalties on the scoreboard. So Hawkins back in for NGU. Peak back in for Erskine. Low pass to Colson. She's able to pick it up. Colson tiptoeing her way around the edge of the box to the far side. Here comes a pass. Now they flip it back to Kennington. Kennington trying to skip it in, and she does.
Goal by number 15, Taylor Kennington.
That is a goal for Taylor Kennington. And they'll give the assist to Sarah Smith, 13-2. Now North Greenville sitting at 26 shots. They've been able to cash in half of those for goals. Erskine has been able to make 9 saves. And the Lady Crusaders already right back in business. They win the initial face-off and now look for number 14. A good pickoff right in the box by the Fleet. Will now try to send it the other way. Ground ball still loose as Dufresne comes up to secure it for NGU. Gets it to Colson. And now Colson will bring it to the edge of the box, head to the far side, flip a pass over to Sarah Smith. Smith heads back behind the goal, fires a pass to Brittany Battisti as she bumps in to an Erskine defender. Foul against the Flying Fleet will restart Battisti with the ball for NGU. There comes the pass to Colson. Colson inside to Kennington. Ball loose. Picked up by Smith as it heads to the far side. Smith looking for a little bit of clearing. Smith still in control, now gets it to Battisti. Battisti trying to swing it around, runs into one defender, now runs into two. She gets it back to Smith. And Smith fakes a pass out to Dufresne. Now she'll give it to Dufresne. And Dufresne loses it and is picked up by the Fleet. Dufresne stumbles as she tries to turn around. And now here comes Raven Smith for the Fleet. Works her way inside, fires a shot, and it's good. Couple of nice moves by Erskine will net them their 3rd goal of the game on 10 shots. And Sydney Taylor having a little bit of a tough time out there.
And that was a good goal off of a turnover. That they got it up rather quickly and just never slowed down. Got it right into the net.
Not too sure what happened to Natalie Dufresne at midfield. She was trying to turn around so she could adjust her positioning as Erskine broke down the far side, and it looked like she just lost her footing and fell. No, it's 13-3. At the face-off, ball batted around right into the net of Poppleton, or Kennington. Now Kennington heads to the near side, followed closely by 2 Fleet defenders. Chased into the corner, flips a pass to Sarah Smith. Now Smith will bring it up behind the goal, will swing to the far side. Has the ball knocked out from behind, gets it back, drives in, now gets it to Dufresne. And Dufresne trying to go down the middle, has nowhere to go, and a yellow card comes out from the near side official. Well, it's a foul against the Fleet. We'll restart. Sarah Smith goes inside, and here comes Battisti. And Phillips makes the save. Has to make 2 saves as Hawkins comes in to knock it loose. And Phillips will rob Battisti of a goal for the moment. Now the Fleet once again having a much better second half. Here comes Scout Black down the middle of the field. Now trying to drive into the box, runs into a wall of defenders, takes a check from behind, then a foul against NGU. Now Black trying to work away down the middle of the field, loses the ball. And then 2 officials come in to signal offensive foul against the Fleet, and North Greenville will get it back. Colson trying to go down the field to Smith. Smith loses the ball. Another foul called in. And it's against NGU, so they give it right back to Erskine. Now here comes Crocker at the far side edge of the box. Gets it back to Carvalho. She'll try to drive inside. Crocker swings around back behind the goal. Carvalho forced back outside by 2 North Greenville defenders. One of those is Colson. Now she'll get it to Crocker back behind the goal. Looking over here on the near side for Raven Smith. Smith spins around, trying to drive in. And foul against NGU. And this is going to line Raven Smith up for a scoring opportunity for the Fleet. Here she comes, and it's bounced around in the box. Taylor comes up. Another whistle. So they'll send Smith back out just to the edge of the box. Another foul against NGU. Now Smith with a second chance. Fires it up over the crossbar. And Poppleton comes out from behind the goal with the ball for NGU. Looking down the field to Smith. Ground ball fielded cleanly by Smith. Now she outruns 2 defenders and make it 3. Now Smith to the middle of the field for Colson. Colson forced back out. And now Battisti. She'll head back around the goal. Swinging around the far side, Hawkins. And now Dufresne. Dufresne loses it. And now there's a scramble for it. And Poppleton has to come back up for it. And she finally wins the battle for the ground ball. Now Poppleton racing back into the attacking half. Poppleton to Dufresne, foul called. Against the Fleet, Dufresne looking for a goal. Flips it to the near side, ball bobbled but brought back in by Colson. She gets it back to Dufresne. Dufresne drives inside again, and another whistle. And foul against the Fleet again. Now this will set Dufresne up for a scoring opportunity. Whistle, here comes Dufresne, and drives back out, gets it to Colson. Now works it back inside. Here comes a shot, good from Sarah Smith.
Goal, number 5, Sarah Smith.
Smith on fire once again.
This time Sarah Smith was in front of the goal. She's been camped out behind the goal on the right side. But this time she came out front, pass was right on the net, on her stick, and nothing but net after that.
That's her 4th goal of the game, and she's also got 2 assists to go along with that. North Greenville still working that 50% for the game on goals. 14 goals on 28 shots. at midfield on the faceoff. Pettit pops it up, and now it's secured by North Greenville. Colson racing down the middle of the field. One defender between her, fires a shot, bounced up by Phillips. Here comes Smith up to try and secure it. And Smith somehow comes out of 3 defenders, one of which included the keeper. Now here comes a shot in and good. Smith somehow got the ball out of there for North Greenville. Yes, and Smith will pick up her 3rd assist, and they award the goal to number 24, Natalie Dufresne. '15th goal of the game for NGU. 15-3 is the score. Dufresne adding to the scoring column. Back at midfield for the face-off. Ball popped up, and Pettit wins the face-off for NGU. Gets it to Hawkins. Hawkins to Hames. And here comes Hames. She'll work down the right wing of the field. Head back behind the goal, flip it to Sarah Smith. Now Smith retreats out of the box on the far side. Sent back out by an Erskine defender. Smith now to Hawkins. Hawkins works her way to the near side, fires a pass to Hames. And now here comes Colson. Works her way inside, and a foul called. Against the Fleet, they'll reset Colson to where she was at the foul. And she'll have some space to try and take a shot if she wants it against Phillips. She heads back out, fires a pass over the head of Colson, and Poppleton gets the ground ball for NGU. She'll flip a pass forward. We'll bring it to the near side. That's Hames. Hames gets it to Colson. And now here comes a shot deflected up in the air by Hawkins, and Phillips makes the save. Now Phillips flips it, loose ball. She tried to get it to her teammate. North Greenville providing pressure. That's Colson up there trying to cause trouble. And now it looks like Erskine's finally going to be able to get it out of there. Number 10, Brianna Hamlin, sends it across midfield to Scout Black. Now Erskine looking for goal number 4. Here comes a shot. Skips off Taylor and out of bounds. That one, again, came from Carvalho. She's got one of the 3 for the Fleet. Under 5.5 minutes to play in the second half. North Greenville leading 15-3. Pass outside the box to number 12, Linus, and she gets fouled after she got the pass from number 24, Bethany Razik. Foul against North Greenville. Line up Linus. She'll go to the far side for Crocker. Now back inside the Linus. Over the head of Linus. Poppleton trying to scoop up the loose ball. Another foul called in. And it's against the Fleet. Poppleton gets it back, and she'll start the foot race down the near side. Flipping it forward to number 33, Mackenzie Botts. And now Botts goes to Hawkins. to the middle of the field, and Caldwell. Caldwell racing into the box. Will she have a shot? No, she'll pull up short on the far side. Here comes Kennington racing in. She's forced back out. And now here comes a shot in and good.
Goal by number 11, Monica Caldwell.
From Monica Caldwell. Backed up almost to the sideline. And drove in and fired a shot. Able to catch the keeper Phillips out of position. Caldwell cashes in the goal to make it 16-3. And a keeper change for North Greenville. Here comes Sydney Taylor out of the game. They'll switch out for number 14, Lowry Gowing. Taylor only allows 3 goals. Did manage to make 6 saves as well. So Caldwell picks up the goal. That's her third, so Caldwell with a hat trick for the game. And now North Greenville not wasting any time again. Hawkins already back in business on the far side. The middle of the field for Poppleton. Poppleton works her way inside. And now forced back out by a wall of defenders. That pass deflected, but Hawkins will go retrieve it for North Greenville as we're the final 2.5 minutes of the game. And now great interception there by number 12 for Erskine. That was Linus able to pick off Poppleton. And now they work it forward. Raven Smith crosses midfield. Racing down the middle of the field. And now Gowing will get a test late in the game after switching in for Taylor. Three defenders working against Smith. She'll get it back to the middle of the field for Carvalho. Carvalho gets walled out. Ball knocked loose by Colwell. And now cross midfield to Kennington after Dufresne got the pass. And here comes a shot up and in from Hawkins. Hannah Hawkins. And it looks like we'll have another officials conference to talk about this one. Yellow card again comes out against Hannah Hawkins. That's the second time it's happened this game. And the second goal negated that was made by Hawkins.
Foul number 7, Hannah Hawkins. 2-minute penalty.
So she'll have a 2-minute penalty, but there's only a minute and a half left in the game. So NGU will have to play a man down for the rest of the remaining time. Erskine looking to try and take advantage. Ball comes out of Bethany Razek's stick. Picked up by North Greenville. Here comes Caldwell looking for another goal. Spins inside, fires a shot, skips wide left. No good. It's out of bounds. Who was closest to it? Looks like the Fleet. Final minute of play with North Greenville leading Erskine 16-3. Flying Fleet. Maybe one last chance to get a goal. Work it down the field, across midfield. Here comes Carvalho. Flips it to the far side. Pass goes over the head of Peak. Now there's a scramble for the ball. Comes out again. And an offensive foul against the Fleet will give it back to North Greenville with 20 seconds left. 13 seconds remaining. North Greenville gets the ball back. Under 10 seconds left. They'll cross midfield. 5 seconds left. Flip a pass forward to Sarah Smith. She'll get it to Kennington, and the time will run out as Kennington skips a shot wide left. And that's your ball game, folks. North Greenville wins it 16-3. They pick up their 3rd win of the season. They're back to 500 at 3-3. And pick up a conference win to boot over Erskine College.
Crusaders had nothing but offense tonight. Their defense was pretty good, but they seemed to have the ball most of the game and took advantage of it. Got a lot of goals. Again, 16 tonight. That's a good turnout for the offense.
4 of those came from Sarah Smith, 3 more from Hannah Hawkins, 1 from Emily Colson, 3 from Monica Caldwell, 2 from Taylor Kennington, 2 more from Taylor Hames, and 1 from Natalie Dufresne. And a happy birthday to Hannah Hawkins as well, as she cashed in 3 goals and 1 assist. Also had 9 shots on the night, so great job from Hawkins. 33 shots total from North Greenville. Sydney Taylor making 6 saves. Making a goalkeeper change late with Lowry Gowing. North Greenville also able to get control of 24 ground balls, 13 draw controls, 8 of 9 on clears, 17 fouls, 14 turnovers. The Fleet, 12 shots, 3 goals from those, 12 saves, 12 ground balls they won, 7 draw controls, perfect on the night, 4 clears, 10 of 10, 14 fouls, and 17 turnovers for the Fleet. Goals from Erskine, Elena Carvalho with 1, Marley Linus with 1, and Raven Smith also with 1. So we thank you for joining us tonight for Women's Lacrosse. Hope to see you back here tomorrow. If you can't make it to Pepsi Stadium, we'll be broadcasting men's lacrosse as they take on University of Alabama at Huntsville. Still their inaugural season for the Chargers. They won their first ever game, so they're a perfect 1-0 on the season. North Greenville will take to the field to take on UAH here tomorrow at 1. So if you can't make it out to Pepsi Stadium or some spring break lacrosse, you can catch us right here on ustream.tv/North Greenville Athletics. Also on ngcrusaders.com, where you can find our schedule and other athletic news pertaining to North Greenville. As the baseball team also very hot right now on a road trip to Central to take on Southern Wesleyan. Their record heading into the series with Southern Wesleyan was 11-6 after having to hold on against Saginaw Valley State. So for us here on the North Greenville Sports Network, myself, Grace Sullivan, Dave Parsons, Alan Ellis, and Alan Cahaley, we wish you a happy spring break. And we'll be right here to bring you all the athletics during the break here on the North Greenville Sports Network. Women's lacrosse takes down Erskine tonight, 16-3. This has been the North Greenville Sports Network.